Saturday. What are we looking at? Gonna look at Canoe Paddle Kolsch from Leinenspugels. I don't have high hopes for this. I'm gonna open it with a bottle opener that I got from Ed. I am just honestly, I haven't found anything from Leinenspugels that I would think about purchasing again. Now, I've had two things from two different style Kolsch beers, and they're both very, very tasty, and that is Lake Superior Brewing and Bell's. So that's what, right off the bat, doesn't look anything like it. This looks like a Pilsner, but smells like one. Cheers. Okay, it's on par with the taste. When you drink it a little bit more aggressively, it gets a bitterness that both Bell's and Lake Superior Brewing does not get. But it's kind of the opposite from what I've had in the past with Leinenspugels. Leinenspugels is like drinking water from processed from Superior, Wisconsin. As long as you keep drinking and don't breathe, it's generally not bad. It's when you stop. And that's what Leinenspugels for me has kind of always been. It's a little bit better. I could hand one of these to Mike next door, who just can't appreciate anything other than, I mean, for a long time I was having a piece of penis too. For a long time he was actually drinking this mountain something. Never heard of it. That was the most and he has the balls to say shit about my stuff. Alright. Right off the bat. A little while ago, got back from Superior Meats. Oh, such a great place. Decided for the first time ever to try their beef sticks. And Superior Meats, I have to say that you generally, well, you just wipe the grocery store, Super One, right off of the planet. They can't make a brat that has any flavor at all, and your guys' stuff is fantastic. Their beef jerky, best I've ever had. The beef sticks, I got two. I got Colorado, which is my favorite of their marinades for the beef jerky, and I got that in a beef stick. And I also got the Bloody Mary, which around here, the best I've ever had, and still #1 is through Old World Meats, the Residuos. That's not bad. Both of them are not bad. I mean, it's not that quality of, like, say, a Slim Jim. No, I'm not talking about Hornet Fixer dieting. Where are we at? Yeah, less than 4 minutes, Mr. Holster. Big Jeff. These bottles are twist off, but what the hell fun is that? Okay, first off, we're just gonna go. Okay, so Chippy Tucker. I thought at first it was going to be one of those troll cocksuckers like Chuck, but he says, now this was on Cobblestone something. I want to say this is a brew review from years ago. Says, you messed up the pour, lad. That needs to be tipped upside down and dumped very quickly into the pint glass to get that smooth, creamy head. My favorite stout beer for sure. Goes great with broadleaf cigar. Great channel. I hit the subscribe. Cheers from the Great White North, eh? Laugh out loud. I'm just gonna... I missed that on the can or the bottle. My bad. If it's possible that I can maybe find something or find that again, it might be worth a re-review, because if it's that kind of characteristic where you're supposed to give it a heavy pour, oh, it absolutely. Jeremy. Okay, so thank you, Chippy Trucker, for informing me that I did it wrong without being a douche stick like some people. First was Multi-Gunman. Smile Money says, congrats, and Smile Money wasn't on Locked and Loaded last night. Sonoran Desert Prepper is second, and he says, fuck, I'm trying. Smile Money says, it's all on the speed of the click. Ben N says second when he was actually third. James Kronk, second where you're actually fourth. Multi-Gunman Beer, get the fuck out of here, it's whiskey time. Okay, it's whiskey time. I received a little something in the mail, and it says ebomey open during B&E. As you can see, I haven't violated the package. The hell they make the shit out of? Okay, wait a second, we got this covered. Let's see which one. Oh, the multi-tool. Ages 3 and up. You can't make this fucking shit up. Seriously? Not suitable for children under 3. Okay. Now it's 3 and up. I guess I guess they were serious about that, because the dick shaft is very sharp, and there isn't a chance that I am going to get these around my ears because it's too small. So right now, as we speak, Christine is Christine is upstairs working on, her and John are working on their stuff for the upcoming 15 minutes. And that's really special of somebody. My dick itches. Hang on. Of course, because it's AT&T, it's gonna take the better part of an hour for this picture to actually send. Let's put it right here on top of the AT&T microcell. Maybe it'll send faster that way. I think my dick just filled up with beer. No. Hey, maybe if Jolson was here, you could lick my dick off. Hang on. I know you just can't get this kind of quality just anywhere. So okay, Matt Davis. Finally, my escape from reality. It's beer time and whiskey. Stalker Steve early in the count. Stalker Steve 6th. Stalker Steve, I like raspberries. Can you give me one on my belly?
Fake news. Fake news. Fake news.
Satch Boogie Fan, I think I made the top 10. Well, according to Dr. Steve being 6th, you're 7th. So, yes, sir, you did. Makes me want to go surfing with the alien. Smile Money, when it is no fun, why bother? Exactly. Satch Boogie Fan, yes, I'll have to work on signing a guitar for you. I actually have to get it first. I was kind of hoping you were the, real Joe Satriani, and maybe you could send me one. If not, I'll take the signature. Stalker Steve, cheers, brother. Good night. That was like a mic drop right there. Clyde 14th Revolution. Clyde, I want to see a picture of your car. J-Dog here at work. David Brown, hello all. And in case you missed it, which you still can listen to it in podcast on Spotify, the only market that I'm in outside of the home market of Spreaker. My guest was David Brown, and it was a fun time. We were already having dinner plans, and I said, do you want to do the show? And I know that he has an upcoming show with Christine, and Christine asked him all the good, juicy questions, and I just, honestly, I wanted to kind of stay away from that, unless there was something that the chat room, some questions that the chat room had. So, David, it was a fun time, and maybe when you're not under contractual obligations with the Ms. Ebomey Zone, I do have questions for you. Some of them are kind of hard hitting, but you know, that's why they created the words "go fuck yourself." In the compound with Clyde. Fuck body armor, shoot him in the dick. Grind shots will put him down, and they will be concentrating on whether or not their balls are missing. Oh, trust me. Depending on the person coming at me, in certain ways. Now, I by no means am I implying or justifying or whatever. Putting down, law enforcement or anything like that. But trust me, it's not just. They got the pictures. Trust me when I say it's not just law enforcement that are using body protection and body armor. So, if something happened, I might, if again, this was a conversation that me and David had, and okay, fine. If that attorney is out there because in the future I had to defend my life or my family or friends or total strangers that didn't have firearms, I've said this 1,000 times if I've said it once. I pray to God I never ever have to use a handgun to defend myself. But if you are seriously hearing this and you're like an attorney or your typical cocksucker that would be more than happy to defend the most guilty fuckers on the planet because it's all about the almighty dollar to you, if it comes down to it, I am more than open to admit that if it comes down to me or the bad guy, I'm going to do everything in my power to walk away alive. And the day that our society or our legal system has gotten to the point where the typical person would rather take a fucking round and die because they fear the repercussions of all the legal bullshit if they live, that is fucked up. That is so fucked up. This is exactly why David Brown says that he wishes if there was a way to have created a time to live in, it would have been the Wild West. Because when somebody assaulted or did something to a woman, some guy pulled out a gun and shot him in the fucking face and dropped him in the street, and they threw a parade for them. In this pussified fucking society that we live in these days, I'm supposed to fear financial and legal repercussions because some piece of shit kicks in my door, wants to do me harm, and I end him, and I am the bad guy? If you're an attorney and you're listening to this, you're the fucking lowest life piece of shit possible. And you are.
Come on. You are fake news. Okay? You're fake news.
So, no. I pray to God I never have to pull my gun to defend myself, but my fucking God, if it comes down to me or my family and Christine, Samantha, Lily, anybody that I care about or even don't care about. If I see some little old lady at the grocery store, like what happened unfortunately one night here in town a few years back, and some guy walks up behind her and pulls out a fucking knife and reaches around to drag it across her throat and end her life, which happened, I will shoot him in the fucking head. I don't know her, but I'm telling you right now, she didn't walk away from that scenario. So, no, I don't feel bad about making that statement. If it comes down to me or the bad guy, it's always going to be me. And if you're the kind of person that can and would defend a person like that, then you are so much part of the problem. There isn't a top of a building, a cliff, a rope, and a tree close enough to your existence for me. Stop wasting my oxygen. Jose, PhD 27, my old friend. Those look like organic boobies. My favorite kind. Oh yeah, you can tell I was doing substantial research this morning, and yeah, you can pretty much spot them. It's you can guarantee that, you know, the heart of the action on that. Well, okay, I'm just gonna move on. Cheap old gun guy. Modify what gun you want to modify. It's a semi-free country thus far. Yeah, that's absolutely right, cheap old gun guy. The beautiful part is you can do what you want. If you want to put a great big cock in your front yard, by all means, that's what Christine wants to do. And every time we go to Superior Meat, she sees the big cock and she's like, when we win the lottery, there's positive thinking, she goes, I will stop there and I will buy the big cock and I will put it in our front yard. Yeah, I thought this was America where we're allowed to do what we want. Again, I don't rip on my friends that foolishly leave their firearms stock. I mean, this train can go in both directions. Yeah, again, I've always said, hey, do what you want. Absolutely do what you want. As of this moment in time, I actually do have one modification, Smile Money, as small as it is. I did order a brand new, thank you J-Dog, I did order a brand new grip for this. This is my in-the-house gun. If you don't see it in the video, trust me, it's either over here. This is my in-the-house gun. I got one on my side, and this one is always with me, and it is the bedside gun, and that's why I put the laser and the flashlight on it. I'm not saying that I wouldn't carry it, but I've got plenty of other really great options, and for sentimental reasons, I want to be using this, not necessarily carrying it. So I'm going to pull these grips off of it and put it on the 4043 and put a brand new set on this, and then I don't know if Smith & Wesson, you know, what, or Trijicon, if they have what the charge would be, but Jay at Elite Ammunition said that he can retube a set of sights. Now, I don't remember if we were talking about a particular set or any set, but that's about all that really is needed for this. They do glow, and you won't see them if you walk out of a lit hallway into a dark bedroom, but once you adjust to the night eyes, they do light up. Like I said, the back ones are somewhat visible, and the front they're pretty much done. But let's just say that if Jay at Elite, if you were able to do that, and I were to put the slide in a box and send it to you, and you know, I don't know if you even have to, in order to do this, I don't even know if you have to even take the sights off of the firearm or not. But if you did, I would be okay with the magazine disconnect falling out of the gun. Am I going to smack the shit out of it? Well, the funny thing is whoever does this, I mean, will probably tell me that they loosened up the screw and the sight practically fell off the gun in comparison to every other one I've had. I have never been blessed with that, and I do not have a sight pusher that will work with the Smith & Wessons. I mean, maybe one of the two universal ones that somebody sent me might, but I'm telling you, I have yet to have a circumstance where I could see a sight pusher that I have in my possession working for this. The beefiest one I have is the one from the OEM Glock, and I can guarantee you that would never have ever gotten the sight off of the 5906 or the 4043. It would have never happened. Ever. It would have flat out destroyed it. What in the hell? Okay. Jolson, this video needs more cowbell and dick shots. Jolson, I half-heartedly considered your wishes, but I gave one of the two ingredients. I gave one of the two ingredients that I need to make that drink to Samantha, so I will have to restock and double check on the Zambuca. What in the... Huh. Wow, okay. Real cool burnout. Hashtag skulls. Yeah. I knew if I mentioned it that, you know, I almost want to buy another FN and do it up in the Scullies. Gunwild 1, top 25, bitches. Jolson, the ladies demand a slippery nipple from the cock glass. Yeah, I know. I don't have all of the necessary ingredients to make that happen. What the hell she got there? These two are on drugs, I swear. Okay. Stephen Hobson led single action revolver shots. You're the one that's supposed to keep me out of problems. Stephen again, back in February, time for a boating accident. He sends me a link. Minnesota House Committee approves red flag gun violence bill. families and police to get court orders to temporarily remove guns from people judged to be an imminent danger to themselves or others. When was this? Back in February. Yeah, that one I know did not pass. Doesn't mean it won't eventually. I'm sure it will, because only the weak-minded, manipulated fuck puppets for any reason would think that, once again, losing more of your rights is good. I mean, I know, I've had this conversation, like with my neighbor, and talking about how something has to be done, and that's when I told her, I said, hey, did you hear that they're trying to put a bill through in the Congress that will affect every citizen in the United States, that the only way that they think they can control DWIs is that we'll all have to turn in our driver's license? And she's just like, wow, that would be unfair. So, you're more passionate on something that affects you. You're not a gun owner, but you know she's good with rights and all that. But when you put it in perspective, she's just like She goes, well, I don't know how to resolve the problem. Then I said, well, with a broad sweep of a brush, removing the rights of millions and millions of gun owners that have done nothing wrong ever, nor will they ever. As you can plainly see, how would you feel if you found out you had to turn in your driver's license because there was too many people drinking and driving? Well, I don't even drink. Well, I don't kill people with my guns. Stephen, smoke a little greenery out of the meditation bowl. Stephen, that YouTuber called Tactical Toolbox showed that he received a $1,500 rifle from a company and thought his affiliate link, he made them over $700,000 plus in 9 months. Companies need to pay attention to us since the numbers don't lie. So, get Eric his fucking receivers. See, thanks, Steve. Yeah, I'll tend to. Did you hear? No, a lot of these companies just don't get it. The power of YouTubers, and it doesn't. Yeah, okay. If you're like Hick Dick 45 or Don Such, and you're doing videos and showing stuff, you're reaching a lot. We're Andrew, GY6 Vids. You're reaching a much bigger audience than I am. I openly admit that. But if you can honestly tell me that if you sent a smaller channel anything that you have in your lineup, short of, say, a completed rifle, and even at that, isn't like shit like that just written off? I mean, it's not like you are taking. It's not like if you have a $1,500 rifle listed on your website, and you were to say send it to Stephen Bush, and he was to do reviews on it, and over time it ended up with thousands of views. That's just like when you figure out, what your accountant can do and the return for people watching the video. Of course, when it comes to with Steven, which is why we're good friends, if you're going to send him something, you better fucking hope you're on par with quality, because you're not going to send him something that's mediocre without hearing about the mediocre parts. And that's the same with me. Now, having experienced, again, DRG Manufacturing, I can guarantee you got your money's worth out of the donation to Justin's final mission. We're not done yet. We are working with Troy Yoakum, the CEO of Active Heroes, and getting the big push on. And as always, even if it doesn't get listed as every single part in here, when people link back to any of the videos that we do, you know damn well that this is a DRG Manufacturing 3D billet receiver set. And again, look at all the people that helped me with the parts on my Mosin the Gaunt. The highest viewed count video in my arsenal is anything that has anything to do with that damn Mosin. And you know what, Eltenda, you put me in contact with the new sales rep or advertising rep, and that person never even at least had the decency to even get back to me at all. I know you told me that they had acknowledged that I had emailed them, but I've never heard anything one way. I've never heard anything one way or the other. Tardisius, ask not what your cowbell can do for you. Ask what you can do for your cowbell. Blutunda 40. We don't see each other often, so when we do, we hold on tight for the hours. Just saying. Absolutely. You know, it's like, you know, we're only, what, a few weeks away now from our little memorial get-together? Yeah, I know. We're gun people, and a whole bunch of you have already made the comment that, it'd be nice to do a little shooting. I'm planning that we can plan to take a trip up to Dead On and at least get an opportunity to do a little shooting, let you guys see what Dusty and his crew are made of, and do that. But the time is going to be hanging out together, because like Jerry just said, I can go to work on Monday and 9 hours feels like fucking eternity. And by my next load of projects, I'm not looking forward to it all. None of the shit is what I would ever sign on if it was. I mean, that's the problem. I bounce all over the place. One minute I'm this wearing that hat, next I'm wearing that hat, next I'm wearing that hat. Well, I'm telling you, the hat I'll be wearing on Monday, fuck that. I would never pick that bitch up if it was sitting on the street, let alone do it for a living. So, yeah, I think it's time to move on. I need to find something. But that day, that 9 hours will feel like an eternity. And then when we get together as a group, it's like, and it's over. Jerry again, CIA equals CNN. It's scary when the media can control the people. Yeah, it is. Jerry, seen the false flag happen very closely to me here in New York in the last year and a half. People that think it won't happen, these people are fucking sleeping. Oh yeah, they fucked everything into one steel box. They could care less. One guy's guns are taken from him without due process. Over 30,000 in the hole, and still hasn't gotten his guns back. If Trump does this, we will not be voting. No. If Trump rolls forward on red flag laws and anything that increases the difficulty for a citizen to own a firearm, like I said, you can think what you fucking want. The shit needs to be rolled back. I don't have a fucking inch of give a fuck about adding anything. Go fuck yourself. Give me back the rights that we had before you overreached in the first place. And if Trump is on board with that, Trump, this is you.
Fake news.
I might even vote for whoever the fucking Democrat is, because I would rather had this last go around be Obama again, accomplishing what Obama did when he was president, versus fucking Trump, the guy that stood there and said that I will be the protector of the Second Amendment. Fuck you, pal. You've been the worst. You've been the worst president for the Second Amendment in history. Jerry again. The only way it's going to be accurate is with me shooting it. Hey, Matt's sister, hold my beer. Jerry, remember what happened over at Snowflake Melter? That was a red flag attack on our First Amendment rights. So to think it can't happen here, eyes wide open, my brother. No shit, Jerry. Jerry again. A complete retard would only agree with the red flag laws. It will become the most dangerous weapon in America. If you can't see this, you shouldn't even be fucking watching this video. I have sent this video to Washington. I will email my congressman. I have made phone calls. And now it's time to fight and push back, people. Oh, wait a second. This one would be more appropriate, Jerry. Oh, excuse me, Miss Sharkey. J-Dog, whiskey or whatever. Oh, hang on, I need to get a tactical cock shot. I forgot about the tactical cock shot. I know. Then again, this is important shit here, so. And let's put the phone back in the maybe being 2 inches away from the AT&T microcell might make a goddamn difference. For everybody that's requested it up to this moment in time, it was J-Dog that actually kind of made it happen. And I think that's the that's pretty much the last of this bottle. Jolson. Battle Box, Mission 54. I can tell you right now, there's going to be a lot of you guys that are going to be probably utterly disappointed with this month. I mean, we got a candy bar, we got a cook stove, and a flashlight, headlamp. Then there's a a container here that will hold 65 gallons of water in your bathtub, and a suture training kit. And that is the wrap-up of the Pro level. The Pro Plus is fucking sweet as hell. And that is another Tops knife, Joey. This one was actually custom made just for Kerr in 1776. He's the guy that does. I think he's like the second in command in the company. And this neck knife has oust my neck knife that I've been using up to this point in time. The only thing I did different is I made my own paracord, even without the help of Johnny Concho. But it actually got me to take the real steel off of my neck. Love this knife. Real Steel makes two versions of this, and I would rather have the other one, but not at the expense in the price difference. This would still work as a very excellent neck knife, but this here, I know this is the one. Wade, I'm sorry for all y'all living in semi-communist localities. My family and I regularly shoot around 2,000 to 3,000 rounds a month on our range, usually every weekend. Hell, 2 weeks ago, the county sheriff and the sheriff deputy came by to ask for our support in his re-election. Neighbors show up to watch or join in when they hear the sounds of freedom going off. Well, Wade, as you well know, we've long talked about this, and your location is seriously on my map, because not only do you tell me about the freedom that you enjoy, but you're also part of my family. I carry one. Damn! There's an ad playing on this video. What are we to think? You and your YouTube suddenly gotten cozy? No. Here, let me prove it. I know you're not going to be happy to watch the Brew Grill channel. I don't know. This whole fucking thing is just a useless piece of shit. Here's the funny thing: copyright strikes, none. Breaking of the community guidelines. My monetization is enabled. You can see videos using monetizing and okay, that's. Oh, here we go. Well, okay. This is all supposed to be turned off, and it was. How is it that they can turn this shit back on? Okay, where's the save button? Because I have done this, I don't know how many. Oh, there we go. I've done this, I don't know how many times, and it's kind of like ringing the bell. I come back and I find this shit. Whatever. I guess I carry on. I guess I'll have to see if it sticks that time or not. Joey Cuz, you can only squeeze out one. Sucks getting old. Yeah, ask Pete's sister. Jerry again. I agree on the 500 yards taking out the dick glass. It worries me how many people get a thrill out of people drinking out of dick glasses. It's like the construction sites where people draw pictures of dicks on the walls. Makes me go, what the fuck are we dealing with? Jerry, how much for the FN? Jerry, you can't afford it. You can't afford it. You just can't afford it. Honestly, Jerry, anything is for sale. You know, I hate to agree with Stephen Bush, but if I did sell my JP, I would have I could probably finally get a truck that where the cab is attached to the frame. You know, that would be nice at this moment in time. But Christine has basically disallowed me from the consideration of selling that rifle because she knows how much I like it and knows that I would never, in this moment in time, looking at the financial picture, I would never be able to get that rifle back. NIHAP. The 645 is the second gen Smith & Wesson. The 4506 is essentially the same gun in the third generation. The differences are only slightly, mainly the trigger guard shape and the wraparound style stock. Yeah, there is something pretty fucking special though, NIHAP, about those grip, being able to put specialty grip panels. I mean, I think Hogue might be the only company that actually makes the wraparound grips, and as much as I've been wanting to do a new grip on my 1006, I can't justify $100 and something. Yeah, it'd probably look fucking sweet. It would definitely set it aside from all of the rest of them. I mean, that gun, the 1006, is hands down my baby. That's just, it would, I guess I'd have to go roll through the considerations, but I'm pretty sure that would be seriously within the top one or two firearms that I would never get rid of, no matter what the circumstances were. Gunwild?
Okay, I'm done. You can come upstairs now. But leave the tactical cock with the cock down there.
Gunwild 1, I've seen that before and after picture of Epstein. The after dead picture looks more like Epstein than the before alive picture. There's obviously some Photoshop going on there. Gunwild, those socks are going to be stiff by the morning. Joseph Keane on Reggie Extra Smooth. This was an old video. Wow, this started out gay as fuck. Yeah, baby. That's my review. Or that's my response to him. Gunwild, looking forward to being on Ms. B's radio show with Ray and Glenn. Gunwild, you probably won't see this. Well, you might see this before the show. There's been no confirmation from Ray, so it's just going to be the two of you. Rich, I'm just 20 hours late. Even more deliciousness. Rich. Joey, well, if I go into a drunken stupor and drink all of it, I will just have to imagine how good it tasted. Arcade Blast. Clickbait 333. Hey, really great video. I'm a new channel. Everyone subscribe. I subbed to you. Love the review. It's so genuine and funny. Haha, I enjoyed it. Subbed. I actually saw this comment, and Arcade Blast, the only thing that I can honestly say is that I didn't get a notification that you. I mean, maybe I better double check. I don't think I got a notification that you subscribed to the channel, and over at your channel, there's no notification, or there's nothing in your channel that you subscribe to me. I mean, I'm not saying that it's the deal breaker, because I could really give a fuck, but when some of these people come over and they tell you that they've, you know, your stuff's really good, I subscribed to your channel and yet they didn't. It's, yeah. Blue Thunder 40 on the Dogfish Head 120 video from decades ago. 11 fucking minutes. What the fuck? Jerry on the Molson Triple X. Get the fuck out of here. Okay, well, that Jerry, he's so fucking funny. I absolutely love him. I like to hold him and cuddle him and give him a reach around. Okay. Canoe paddle Kolsch from Liney's. 5%. Could be worse. Where do I put this on the E scale? Well, of my off the top of my head, the 3 Kolsch style beers that I've had, this is definitely in last place. Now, having said that, it is it's not as bad as I psychically predicted. Sorry, Miss Sharky. I'm going to give it a 7. And standing in, just to kind of take the edge off, a little something a little bit more fun right now. As we move to the Two-Hearted Ale Club, I am consuming, which I believe is the last of the Grain Belt Blues that I have in the house, which isn't that bad. I purchased a couple of 12-packs earlier in the week and made it all the way until right now. So 24 of them in 5 days. Okay. Clicking the Two-Hearted Ale button, and there's only one person in the Two-Hearted Ale Club, J-Dog. Okay, well, in that case, I'm just going to go take a series of long and repeated sips until it's all gone. Meanwhile, back at the Hall of Justice, in this particular video, Jack, we did our best on recycling on a bunch of Liney's bottles, a blue can, and the Chavez Regal 12 is now officially gone. That is a sad day. I gotta find another bottle of that. Okay, cheers, guys. More than likely, we will see you tomorrow. God damn it, 2 days off in a row. This is like friggin' awesome.